We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General. 860 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
We locked the
Clear. I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.
What up?
Yo, you ain't put it on your Facebook. You ain't put it on your Facebook page.
It's on the New England page. Hold on. It's on the New England page. Let me do it. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Give y'all time to jump in. It's on our podcast page.
I got it.
You got it? Found it?
Yeah, I found it.
There you go. Walk big, jun. Ooh. Walk big. All right, let's go. What's good with you though, bro?
Chilling, man. What's good with you, my boy? Tired, cuz. Tired, worn out.
Off season, man. Off season. Oh man. Welcome everybody as y'all join in.
Go, boy. Oh man.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna talk tonight. Couple things. We'll talk about. I see it all over the internet about the new couple new rules we could discuss. Good thing, bad thing. See what everybody think of. We're gonna cover Tito. Anyway, let's get San. What up, San? Let me show the comments on screen. All right, so it's your boy PH, the Prez, Mr. Above 140, and I'm here with my co-host.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General.
Hey, listen up, y'all. Hey, Tito, I think we should cover the league stuff first, or you want to leave that for last?
Nah, go ahead. The people need to know. The people that need to be in the know need to be in the know.
So we did a deep dive into leagues again. And y'all, if y'all remember last year we did a deep dive in the leagues and we discussed who was in what league, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to do that again tonight. And we'll put some stuff up on the screen so y'all can see. All right. I think it's important for y'all to know, because you see a name, it don't really mean that a team exists there, right? Like that, all we could do is show you what exists on paper. All right, Tito. So the first one we'll discuss is, and they're at the top of the list, so that's why we'll discuss it. Let me share my screen. Is CTAYC. And listen, we don't have all the knowledge. You know, we got some. So if y'all got knowledge out there and we wrong, just correct us. That's all. All right, Tito, CTAYC. I believe these are the teams in the town. Tito, I was told Norwich left AYF, that they're going back home to where New London, Whaling City is. I do think that's a great move for New London if they did it. We're covering that league later too. That's a thriving league, but it seemed like this is the CTAYC. You know?
Copy.
Is the Worcester Cowboys still in the league?
I believe so. I'm not sure. I believe so. Or
Now,
are they with the other one? Are they with the NEL, whatever?
What? Oh, well, New England, the league is over.
Oh, okay.
Right? That has been dispersed, I believe. And we're covering that league too. The new league. So it looked like they got
we missed one. LJ saying Waterbury Knights.
Waterbury Knights. See, this is why we need good people to watch the podcast.
What's good, Nate?
Waterbury Knights. Yes, Waterbury Knights. So I thought that and correct me if I'm wrong, Waterbury last year only had a 13U, right?
I think so, yeah.
I always wonder when programs do that, how hard is it to start from the bottom and regenerate energy? In my past years of doing youth football, if you don't have those bottom levels, it get hard. Somebody said Elm City Wolverines.
Yeah.
Elm City Wolverines. I don't think I know who Elm. Oh, wait a minute.
That's the other New Haven / Hamden, West Haven, I think, some shit like that.
Elm City had football teams last year?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know.
Brother, I've been tied up in Pop Warner. We got Pop Warner business. I don't really. I've taken my ear off.
Have teams last year, or they're coming. They're coming back out. Give us tell us if you guys had. Or I don't know if you was with them or you was just saying it, but let us know if you guys had teams last year. If y'all did, what level? All right, so it looks like there's 9 programs. I know some of these teams aren't full programs. It'll be interesting to see how that play out. As a person that do scheduling, it becomes difficult when you got 9 programs and everybody aren't doing the same thing. And we'll talk about some leagues that has mandated certain levels. Maybe we should talk about, is that a pro or a con soon? All right, let's go to Central Connecticut, Pop Warner, Bloomfield, Boston, Chicopee, Hartford, Manchester, Mount Hope, Bell City, Waterbury, West Elmwood, Windsor. 10 teams. Most are 4 programs. We're going to see what Bell City pop out with. Y'all that's hating on LJ, if they better than the Hurricanes, keep hating on them. And if they not, stop hating, y'all haters. That's how we roll around here. Nah, stop hating on Bell. Bell City ain't even play a game. How you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. But y'all hating on them, man, for they ain't even play a game yet. You can't hate on them, man. Hey, y'all got to at least wait till they win a game. Start hating after they win. He said, yes, we went to the first round of the playoffs. What level, Jordan, where was that at? They must have a good team over there. Tito, Central Connecticut Pop Warner, mainly comprised of big towns, mainly, not all. Definitely comprised of the city atmosphere of football. 12 view. Got you, Dave. And so as you go through the leagues, I want everybody to notice Central is one of the few leagues where you will see the makeup that looks like this. Southern, Tito, Bridgeport, Danbury, Derby, Hamden, Stratford, New Britain, New Haven, West Haven. I think more closely aligned with the makeup of Central.
Yeah.
You know, Bridgeport, Danbury, New Britain, New Haven, West Haven, Stratford to a point. Yeah. I know Derby didn't have football. No, they had football last year. They had 10 years. Oh, there's a team out of Southern we're missing. They had a 10 years.
Saybrook, the Saybrook Clinton, whatever they call it, or Shore or something.
Old Saybrook, yep. Got you. I think it was their first year in Pop Warner last year. They had one team. They got the whole storyline to themselves. Hopefully they can pop out with more. Coastal Cowboys. That's what their name was. Yep. It was Coastal Cowboys. Thanks, Bob. You're right. She's white. That's why we do this. We're going to talk about the leagues. We're going to introduce them. Then we're going to have open discussion about the leagues. Fairfield County, Tito, Bridgeport, Darien, Fairfield, New Canaan, Norwalk, Ridgefield, Stamford, Trumbull, Westport, Wilton. From what I hear, well-run, well-oiled machine league. I mean, nobody seemed to be mad in that league. Everything seemed to be going good. They have their problems like every other league, but for the most part, from what I hear, it seemed to be a well-run league. So shout out to those guys out in West and Fairfield doing their thing. Nutmeg, Tito. Berlin, South Windsor. Southington, West Hartford. Farmington Valley. Granby, Suffield. Simsbury, Weathersfield, Middletown, and the Woodland Junior Hawks. Again, this is a growing league, Tito. I think that this league and the CTYFL is going to fight it out for teams soon. I think that they'll be fighting it out for teams. Will all teams go to either side? No. You know how that is, Tito, with power. We just dealt with that all the time. But Nutmeg is very attractive for a lot of small towns. And I tell you, small towns that's in these other leagues better watch out because Nutmeg could balloon, It's one of those leagues. We'll get it more into it. It's one of those leagues. Let's talk about SNEYFC. I think that's Southern New England, Youth Football and Cheer. Another good league, good is big. I don't know much about the league. Killingly, Colchester, Tallinn, Wyndham, WPTP, Stonington, Ram, Groton, Plainfield, Griswold, Ellington, Ledger, New London, Westerly, Southford, Mountville, and East Lyme. Isn't this the biggest league in our state?
You got it, yeah. I don't know one that's bigger than that. Yeah, and those are all right there in the same area. There's not too many rides that are bad there.
I think, if we know New London, Wayland City is new to this league. I'm gonna tell you something.
No, they were there for historically for their whole career.
No, the new one.
They're familiar with that league.
Yeah, but the Wayland City is new to them.
Right, yeah. Wayland City's new. But
the
gentleman, if I'm not mistaken, the gentleman is running Wayland City. That when he was with the original New London, that's the league they played in. He was there for quite some time, I believe.
I'll tell you, I think that's Larry Meyer's cousin too. I spoke to him before. I'll say this: they got an Jesus Christ, what did I do over here? They got an impressive system.
Coastal Chargers, by the way.
I don't hit the. Oh, here we go. They got an impressive system. I don't know if I like to watch how other leagues do. I think that makes the Hurricanes better. It's not hate. I learn from everybody. Yo, these guys actually do free registration.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Free. 100 kids come play for us for free. That's crazy. I think they might be the only ones in Connecticut that's free, dog. I don't know another program advertising free. I could be wrong, Let me see if I'm right.
No, it's free. I saw the flyer today. The free chair is free. It's definitely free.
That's crazy. Like 100% free. Like I don't know how everybody in New London ain't playing for them. Right here, registration free. This is free advertising, by the way. New London, y'all owe us. Whaling City Cheer, free registration now open. I don't know if registering is free or participating is free. I'm assuming it's free. I don't think they're playing on words. But anyway, let's keep going. Shoreline, Tito. Again, another well-run league. And I'm just talking about the functionality. I don't know the people running the league and whether they're good people, bad people. That's a separate issue. I'm talking about the league seem to be ran well, and it makes it attractive for these towns. But you got Brantford, Bristol, Cheshire, East Haven, Glastonbury, Guildford, Madison, Monroe, Newtown, North Haven, Pomperaug, Shelton, Southington, Wallingford, and a pickup from Pop Warner, Tito. Milford went over there, but they lost Amity. So it's a wash for them. They got 15 towns. Yeah, I believe for the second year in a row, the S&E YFC is the largest league, I think, with this league coming in second. Again, Glastonbury was long, Tito. They used to always be in the CTYFL.
Yeah, no, they were always in this area. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they wound up over there, but it doesn't even make geographical sense that they're over there. But the same thing with Monroe and Newtown. It don't make geographical sense to the shoreline with you guys neither. So I don't know.
Pomperaug, listen.
Pomperaug as well. Pomperaug's right there outside of Waterbury. Like there's no
people aren't making. Again, I think people have accepted, Tito, what we say, which is if you want to play youth football nowadays, you're going to have to travel. It is what it is. Now, once you have accepted travel, what's the next question that I think programs ask? I think they simply ask the question, Tito, what would be the best makeup and what would be most conducive for my community? We don't want to say it or not. People know the people in their community. I hope that they know the people in their community. They know the places their community want to go, just like they know the places, Tito, their community don't want to go. And so those teams that look out of place, but they're there, right? Either the area they in is don't want them, or they don't feel the leagues in their area is conducive to their community or that their community would want to play. So they remove themselves and they travel to go play with like community, if that makes sense. Jordan said, I think it's about the talent level. That's why some teams choose to play who they play. 100%. I think that's part of
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If you look at those two bigger leagues, a lot of their youth programs are directly attached to their high school programs in both situations. I think that's what it's more about.
You do? I tend to agree with Jordan on this. I think that some of them do not want to be in the league with Hartford. They don't want to be in the league with New Britain. They don't want to be in the league.
There could be a part of that. But I also notice what I'm seeing, like from knowing the landscape, a lot of those towns are directly affiliated with their high schools.
I've been in meetings
in those two leagues.
I've been in meetings. Well, yeah, in those two leagues, true. And this is not about those leagues, but I've been in meetings. Well, there's a team in their league that was recently in Pop Warner, Tito. The meetings they had, and they simply say they don't want to be in the league with the big towns. They just don't want to be in the league with big towns. They don't. With the cities, and it's their right. I mean, as a city team, I wouldn't want to join this league. I have no interest in joining Shoreline being from Hartford. I wouldn't put my kids. I don't want my community. I don't think that league would be conducive to my community. And so I understand the feeling. I don't like these statements, but I'm gonna show it. Shoreline is set up to prepare kids for high school as if any other program not. At least that's what Newtown told me. They're non-competitive with no nationals track. You don't have to go nationals though, Chris. And you could be in Pop Warner and not go nationals. Play your 8 to 10 games and say, hey, we're good. We're gonna let somebody else move forward.
Rodney, originally all these conferences was Pop Warner. Originally, all these teams we're talking about were in Pop Warner. Certain ones of them, originally in the heyday before AYF and UIF all came into play, there was all Pop Warner conferences.
I want people to understand, because you're on a national track, it don't mean that you're only about winning. Right? Because you're on a national track, it don't mean you're only about winning. That's the thought process. Now, look, I have been a victim of my own words, so I'm gonna put it out there before y'all start quoting me. I do say nationals is the gift and the curse. Not in a sense that it's only about winning, but in a sense that now it becomes, if I don't make it, I failed. It gives you that taste in your mouth. And that's not the case. Nationals isn't the only way to measure success, especially not from a programmatic standpoint. Rodney, I agree. Central and Southern used to be one league, Rodney. And we would be.
What I'm saying, even in the late 90s, like when I was coming up playing in the mid 90s, late 90s, all the leagues like Fairfield County was in Pop Warner, Candlewood Valley was in Pop Warner. Northern was in Pop Warner, or whatever, Western, whatever they were called originally. Those were all of them were Pop Warner.
He didn't say they wasn't.
No, I'm saying that he asked, has it always been separated? No. At one point, all these dudes, the only show was Pop Warner if you wanted to play national track.
You asked that. Oh, I didn't see that question.
Rodney says it right there. Read.
Where? No, he said TT has
Pop Warner and CT always been separated into these conferences. It's on the screen.
Right. I thought he was talking about Central and Southern, because then he go, we would be bigger if we was together. You think, oh, the whole Connecticut. Yeah. But back in the day, Central was like, what, 30 teams?
Yes, I'm saying that. And then you had Candlewood, that was a huge conference. You had Western, that was a huge conference. You had everybody was Pop Warner. Remember, AYF did not come on the scene in Connecticut till 2004. There was no AYF until 2004. Then AYF came.
Got you. They're grade based, not age, to keep classes together. Tito argues that all the time. I don't think I personally don't see why that matters, but I mean, we don't want to argue that point. We've done it before. I do think, Chris, it's something to be said for those that feel age base is and grade base is a thing. Rodney said he was talking about Central and Southern. If we merge, we'd be the largest league. That's true. Also, no waivers, but I can't confirm that. Again, that's I think. Listen, I think what Tito argued those points all the time. I think you said it today, Tito, that play where you live. Who cares if you mad?
Yeah.
Of course, everybody hates waivers. And it's funny, Tito, because I saw you going back and forth, and it almost seemed like everybody hates waivers until waivers thing for them.
Affects them. It's like very self-serving. Some of these conversations are self-serving. And I just wanted to point it out because that same conversation 4 years ago, he was the one making the biggest ruckus.
Crazy in the room.
Right.
I remember.
Some of those, and you know, in 2026, I'm calling bullshit.
You could 100% be successful in a non-waiver rule. You just got to coach. Tito, how many Hartford kids did you have last year on your team?
In Hartford, all of them. And 12 youth, all of them that I know of.
You had, I think, 1 or 2 kids. Where Aaron was from?
New Britain.
One.
New Britain, but that's a personal relationship. That doesn't count.
No, I'm just saying that's the only one, right?
They came, yeah, on my behalf. Yes. On
not
my
that
behalf.
kid that was not from Hartford.
Yeah. Well, those not from Hartford.
From the year before.
No, then we had a couple, two others.
My point is, you could be successful with a homegrown team. That's my point. When Larry Myers came in 2025, I think it was 22. He had 30 kids from Hartford and brought down 4 kids originally from New London, though everybody accused him of taking a New London squad and all-stars. He actually took 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds, which was your team last year, and some of his team. Zay wasn't there, X wasn't there, and all those players wasn't there. And he put together a team. So you can absolutely do it without waivers. I just don't think people at this point want to see it. CTYFL, Tito. So this is the league that kicked me out originally when I first got into youth football. Tito
That's where we met. That's where we met in 04. That's where we met in one of those meetings.
Cromwell Youth Football, Durham Middlefield Youth Football, East Hampton, East Hartford, which that's a whole different topic. I don't understand why East Hartford's in this league, but you know why they're in the league.
I told you why 100 times. As long as certain people there, they're never leaving.
Enfield Ramblers, Haddam Killingworth, Manchester Knights, New Hartford, North Branford, Rocky Hill, Stafford, and
it's still a nice size league. It's still a nice size league.
It's not a bad, and they mandate levels, right? They don't even do every grade. Like they got certain ways. I think, am I not mistaken, Tito? They still got the Halo rule where it says you can't be a certain weight to run the ball and all of that stuff. And the league seem to thrive with that. I would think in today's environment that the bigger kids would not be interested in leagues like this. Because me and you talk about this all the time, Tito. Pedigree from a family will decide what's going on with you, whether you like it or not. And there are some big kids that can be a running back, 100%. And I don't know how they thrive in a league that's going to tell them they got to play left tackle. And they never get developed by Tito to learn how to hold the ball properly, lower their shoulders, how to get their footwork right, and etc. But they, like you said, they seem to be thriving with the towns they got, especially East Hartford. Like they need those kids.
Well, here's an interesting one. North Branford makes no geographical sense for this league.
But what league should North Branford be in?
They should be in Shoreline. They used to be in Shoreline because they're right over there. North Branford's right next to Branford. And then East Hampton could go either way. East Hampton is close on one side, so they make sense over there. They geographically make sense. Again, but North Branford
it go back to what was his name? It may go back to what David said. Some of these teams, Tito, if they can't win in Shoreline, you could go win in the YFL. Didn't Manchester Knights do that? Weren't they getting stumped over there? I think they was getting stumped over there in Shoreline. Then they went, they went to AYF. They was getting stumped there, and then they went over there. Cal, what up, Cal? New London has some dogs, but they're divided between 2 programs. What 2 programs? Because I don't think they allow waivers over there in the SNEY.
No, I think he's saying the other New London's still alive, but we're hearing otherwise. We're
other New London is?
Our sources are telling us that the old New London and Norwich are I don't know. I think Norwich is going back to SNEYFC from what I'm hearing. So I don't know where they're split.
And New London had a successful season last year. I saw all the pictures, and I think that they're gonna.
Western has got a strong little league right there.
Western got a strong league. They got the bubble, and you got to give them props. They created their own little bubble, kind of like us, Tito. We created our bubble. They created their bubble, and they're going to operate. Norwich has left, David Jordan said. Yes, Norwich has left the building. So we can officially update this, everybody, and say Norwich has left the building.
You got to change the numbers, dog. 7-8.
7-8. Norwich has left the building. So yeah, to get back to Western, Tito, they created their own little bubble, and you got to give them props. They They bubble proof, right? And as long as they maintain their teams, it really don't matter what league they in. They can go independent and send teams to UYFL. They can stay AYF. They can choose to go Pop Warner. Regardless, they have their bubble where they can play their games, their teams up to a championship and be done. That'll get them. They can get 12, 13 games out of their league alone, Tito. And so, it works for them. And I do think that they mandate levels as well, certain levels that you got to do. Like,
yeah,
I don't think
they're odd. I think they're odd.
Yeah. And it works for them. All right, that's the landscape in Connecticut, Tito. Last thoughts on Connecticut.
No, I mean, I don't think we miss nobody.
No, I will say this. I want everybody out there to pay attention that total there is now I want to be factual in my data. 8 teams there, 10, 9. So there is 19 plus 8, Tito, 27. There's 27 national track programs in the state of Connecticut. Add this up for me as we go. Fairfield County got 10. Nutmeg got 10. That's 20. SDC got 17. That's 37. 47. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Not counting the CTYFL. 52 plus 12, Tito.
64.
Plus 14.
And they play national track. They're Division 3 national track.
They could. Division 3, they could. They don't have to. That's optional, though, right? 4 plus 14. What is that?
64 plus 14, 78.
So what did I say the other one was? 17,
27.
So there's 27 national track teams and over 70 non-national track teams. I'm here to tell y'all something. We say this all the time, Tito. Stop talking like the national track teams are only the good football teams, or only the best football teams, or that's where the life of football exists. It's not. Most youth football is not played on a national track. Most of it ends in the state and go home before Thanksgiving. They go eat, they go to their high school Thanksgiving game, and voila, they're back home and the season is over. So I'm just saying, when I tell you we created our own bubble, I'm kind of telling you we had to create our own bubble, Tito.
He's saying you're missing Weston and New Milford from Weston.
So add 2 West from this. Oh, Weston,
New Milford.
So add 2. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. So we had to create our bubble, Tito, because without our bubble, Tito, where would we play right now?
What?
It's hard. We got nowhere to play. People got to keep that in their mind, right? Like without that bubble, we won't have nowhere to play. Not them. They don't need us. Not that we need them either. My point is we had to create a bubble because they got bubbles. If you look at it, there's pods and there's strong conferences. There's not really a strong AYF. They don't have 10. Southern don't have 10. Central got 10. Like,
yeah,
so
but between Southern and Central, there's 18. So that's
right. So Pop Warner is strong. It has 19 teams. Like it's vibrant and it's vibrant and it's big, right? And that's good. And so because we play as one schedule, so we essentially is a 19-town league, right? It's really a 19-town league. I'm separating it by names, but we play one schedule across the board. So it's a 19-town league. I do have Woodland, but Chris, did Woodland just join Western? Where was Woodland, Tito? We had Woodland.
And Nutmeg. They're in Nutmeg. They're not.
Yeah.
Maybe they did join Western. No, they wouldn't have. I got in contact with Woodland. I would have known that. Nope. They're in Nutmeg.
S&E YFC actually split into a large and a small division.
Yeah, but
They don't.
again, they're aligned with their high school. That's how their high school conference does it. ECC got ECC large, ECC whatever, same type of concept.
All right, so Tito, let's go to AYF. Let's go to AYF Mass. Tito, so I got, you know this. I was told today Blackstone got 6 teams. I don't know which 6 teams that exist in AYF. Do you have any idea?
No,
I know that these 3 exist.
Where's Woonsocket? Ain't Woonsocket in that league?
I heard Woonsocket left. I could be wrong. Woodland
where's Fairlawn? Where's Fairlawn Cardinals? Fairlawn.
I'm not. I know that they're down to 6. East Providence, that they did leave. East Providence joined Jameer. East Providence joined Jameer. East Providence joined Risma. The junior townies joined Pop Warner this year. Oh, he said Woonsocket, Fairlawn.
Fairlawn, just said Woonsocket, Fairlawn.
You asked me where they was, brother. I said I didn't know.
Fairlawn is definitely still vibrant over there.
Fall River, he said.
And Fall River.
Those are the 6 towns. They're 100% down to 6 towns. And breaking news, Tito, I was told possibly Phil Hood stepped down. Did you know that?
Nope.
You knew it. Oh, you didn't know?
No, I heard it. I don't know it. I heard it like you heard it. Yeah, I heard it like you heard it. I heard it. I've tried to learn, like we said in 2026. I've been trying not to poke my head where it don't belong, brother. You know what I mean? Like we're fighting our own fires over here, CT, brother.
No, I know, but I like to keep my ear to the ground because it as a journalist, we have to kind of get some knowledge, have some idea of what's going on out there.
We were journalistically responsible. I think we got all the accurate numbers with the information that was out there. We've been corrected a couple times. We're doing our due diligence.
I don't. Feel free to correct me. There's no ulterior motive in what I'm saying to y'all. I can promise you that.
What are you doing? Stay on track with the Rhode Island so we don't lose.
No. I'm trying to call up the next league. Hold on. I'm just trying to call up the next league. Give me a second.
Well, and we know preteen in Rhode Island, which is an independent conference, is the biggest conference in Rhode Island, which that's about a 17-team conference.
I don't think they're big no more. I looked them up. We're going to discuss that. Nah, but let's get to CMAS. That's why I'm doing this. I think CMAS is the biggest conference. I think CMAS has the biggest conference. We're gonna have to look at their schedule in order to see their teams. I don't think they have a list, like it's not broken out by towns. But you have I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, Mass. I do not know how to pronounce y'all town names. They all look crazy to me. So Leicester, Spencer.
Let me see. Blow it up so I can help you with this.
Let's blow it up.
That's Leicester. That's considered Leicester. It's another way to say Leicester.
They got Southbridge, Milford. That's Mass. Yeah. Merrimack, Millbury, Charlton.
Merrimack is Lawrence, that area.
Oh, okay. Millbury, Sutton, Charlton, Daly. So it's probably small towns collabing.
Charlton, Dudley, they've always been over there.
North Middlesex, Oxford, Webster, Pittsburgh, Tewksbury, Worcester. That's the Worcester Vikings, right?
Yes, sir.
I wonder if my boy Mike's still over at the Worcester Vikings. They got Springfield. Which other one we did? We said all of them. Hold on. That ain't all their teams. That's just the teams that got that level.
They got Marlboro. I know some of the towns.
Huh?
I know some of the towns.
ASL. I don't know who that is.
Auburn, Clinton, Hudson. Those are all different ones. Maybe Neshoba.
Clinton, WABL, not sure what that is. Hudson, Maynard, Neshoba, Grafton, Oakmont. I remember the Oakmont Chargers. I wonder is that this team? Oakmont, Tewksbury. I said that other. I don't know what this team is right here. This got to be the biggest league.
Southbridge is right outside Connecticut. That's right outside Connecticut where you
that's 84.
84, where you get past Union right there. That's just connected to Union.
So it's I think this is the biggest league, and ain't nobody leaving Paul. Paul do a good job running this league, bro. Whether you like him or not, whatever you think about him personally, that's on you. He does a great job running this league. Personally, I like him. He seemed cool to me. He always had good.
Paul's a good dude. I ain't never had nothing bad I can say about Paul.
You know. But all right, so Blackstone 4. We just went through this. These are the teams I had. Obviously, I was missing some. Tewksbury, Mary Mac. Let's do a count, even though I'm short a lot. Already that's 12. I think he has a lot more. Bay State, AYF, Tito. Braintree, Brockton, Everett, Framingham, Hyde Park. I don't think Hyde Park existed last year, though. Lynn, Mattapan, Milton, Natick. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Natick.
And Needham. All right, Tito, how do you imagine the teams here that's playing age-based versus the teams that's playing grade-based?
It can't. It's not. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. But they, I'm gonna be interested to see how that plays out. Because
I had conversations with somebody in this
and age-based is a 12/31 cutoff, I believe. That's the whole other issue. So there's a clear discrepancy and how the rules work.
They just announced 7-1.
Yeah, but that's for the national track. Look how age-based works.
You mean grade-based?
Grade-based. Look how grade-based works.
And AYF?
I believe it's not the same cutoff. And are they even offering grade-based at the national track no more over there? I don't even know if they're doing grade-based over there. You're allowed to do it independently. CMCY Central Mass got 31 associations. Somebody just put up there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's crazy. Yeah, I knew. I thought he had 40. I know. I don't even think that AYF talk about the grade-based system, Tito.
No, but independently, remember, right, AYF will let you for insurance purposes. You could play under AYF,
right?
And be independent. That's our shoreline. And I'm telling you, grade-based, because that's where I was the biggest proponent of grade-based. It's a 12/31 cutoff. I know that for a fact.
So I guess that helps try to even it out. And I'm gonna give an example. If I got a 6th grade team playing a 12U, potentially, we all know at 12U you could have a lot of 8th graders. If the 6th grader start school at 5, you'd be 11. Even though the 8th grader is 12, giving his birthday to 12/31 would make that 6th grader essentially a 12-person kid under that system. Though I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm just saying, I guess that somewhat tries to even the field by doing that.
Oh,
someone
it helps you.
5th grade had like
I
39.
I could get into everything that it does, and like I told you, to me it's the best structure because it always guarantees you to have an 8th grade team. But that's a whole nother conversation.
So let me ask you, why don't everybody take the 8th graders and make it 13U team in their town if it's guaranteed?
I don't, those are different conversations. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the layout.
No, according to that theory, everybody should have a 13U. Just take your 8th graders and put them on 13U. They're going into high school.
It doesn't work like that with the 7-1 cutoff, bro. The 7-14 and 7-1 cutoff changes all of that.
What's up, Alicia? All right. Let's go to.
Oh, we missed a bunch from Bay State. Go back. You didn't show that second part.
Oh, Quincy, Walpole, Wesley.
Norwood, Quincy, Walpole,
So
Wesley.
they got.
That's all outside of Boston. That league is basically from what it looks like to me, all those towns are right outside Metro Boston. All of them. Well, for the most part, except the direct Metro Boston guys.
So why? I don't understand why Dorchester won't. If that's all right there, why they wouldn't be in that league? That isn't that what we were talking about earlier? How teams are playing outside of their
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, I know Hyde Park is near them.
I don't know how. I don't know how the 7-1 guys, because AYF went to 7-1, are going to play the 12-31 guys. There's no way they're going for that. There's no way. Because
when you say AYF, or you mean the towns?
I'm saying that Bay State's an independent league. I don't believe they're on the national track. Like the original Bay State before the new acquirees, Bay State is an in-house league. Somebody can quote me if I'm wrong.
Mike D's Boston Raiders is in Connecticut Pop Warner, but that's because you guys have no Pop Warner in Boston.
We ran that clip.
I believe North
already.
Is close.
No, he's asking where's Boston Raiders. That was in our first segment. They were one of the talking points earlier.
Oh, no, Boston Raiders. That's what I just told them. They're in Central Connecticut Pop Warner. They're right here.
Number 2.
Or really, our name is AKA.
Yeah.
Hyde Park is back. They were collaborating with Mattapan. Okay.
He's asking if they're back.
Breaking off by themselves.
He's asking if they're back.
Oh, no, I don't know if my Hyde Park back. I was asking. I said Hyde Park wasn't a program. They're listed as a program, but they didn't have one. I didn't know if they were coming back because they're listed out separately as if they joined a new league. So maybe they're coming back, Mike. I have no knowledge of the landscape in Mass, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't got nobody telling me no info out of there or nothing. We flying off the cuff here. All right, Tito, let's go to Northeast Mass Pop Warner. And that is not it. Where they at? Northeast Mass Pop Warner. I was looking for the teams. I don't know all the teams up there, but let me say this, Tito. I know that they took in teams out of New Hampshire. They grew by, I think, 4 or 5 associations. Let me see. Is it NEPW? What is it? Ryan, what's up, Ryan? You guys got it up here. Where's your team at? Where's Northeast Mass Pop Warner? Facebook page. Rocco, we got to make the Facebook page easier. Jesus Christ, I ain't freaking typing right. Northeast Mass Pop Warner Conference. There we go. Yeah, I don't know all the teams, Tito, that's here.
Well, they're 16-team conference, I believe, though.
Yeah,
right?
they are. They're close.
16, 15,
they're
something like that.
16. This is a kickoff classic. Rule 4, 6, 8, 10. That ain't all of them. Laser, you watching Laser? List the teams, Laser. Laser, call up. Laser, list the teams, Laser, out of Northeast Mass.
Yeah, we know Roxbury, we know Brookline, with them cats. We know
Brookline, Roxbury, we know East Lynn,
Malden.
We know Drake, Lawrence Hurricanes. I thought, Tito, I know where it's at. Here we go. Found it. They list their schedule right on here. Hold on. Schedule, Northeast Mass Pop Warner. Here we go. Bill Ricker, Drake, Lawrence, Woburn, Malden, Lynn, Methuen, Chelmsford, Roxbury, Brookline, Mission Hill, Medford, That's 17 right there.
Yes, sir.
That's 17. I'm sure that they I know personally that they got new programs that came in. So that's a strong league right there, Tito. If you look right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13. Why did I count more? Did I count somebody twice? Anyway, 13, but they're around 16, 17 now, like you said. There's your layout. New England Pop Warner. That's it, Tito. But I want to change gears, Tito. We got some rules to discuss. Now, I got approval to tell the rules that I'm going to tell. And some stuff I can't tell y'all, but I got approval to tell some rules. One of the rules that Pop Warner did, and I see it on the internet today, and everybody is talking about it because we had our league meeting, is the fact, Tito, and this is a big thing because we were saying that many years ago you and I argued over this. You may not remember. Hold on, let me finish. And the argument is that the 3-point stance is back on all levels of Pop Warner.
Good. Should have never left.
It's back. It's back. Whether it's here to stay, I don't know, but it's back. Teams are happy. I saw my team posting it today. At the younger levels, it's back. They should enjoy it. 3-point stance is back at the lower levels. I know AYF teams is like, yo, y'all should have never got rid of it. Y'all sound like Tito. But it's back, and let's see what happens with it. I think that it's going to be I think it's good. I think the earlier we can start teaching our kids to do 3-point stance, Tito, I think the better.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good. I think that'll be good for all of us. No Arky, no kickoff, no kick return, no punt return. I mean, punt and punt return at 8 and 9, but no kickoff at all. They just the 2-point stance, 3-point stance is back. So that's a good thing. And Tito, we know that the age moved to 7-14, and this was a crazy discussion because in the grand scheme of things, I looked at the Hurricanes. I had almost 300 kids that affect 4 football players. Like, it don't affect the masses like that. I don't know why people freak out so much about stuff that affect very, very small amounts of kids. You're lucky if you get to keep a stud down, and they have to be born within these 2-week time frame. That's very difficult. It don't affect that many people. I don't think that that many people should have been complaining about it. I tell you what I found interesting though, Tito. So I made a post on the Pop Warner National Forum, and I said,
we complain about anything. Since you're bringing up complaining, I mean, it shouldn't shock you when cats complain because you know what? I'm going to take this somewhere else right now. Let me just. I'm about to blow the lid. I'm about to blow the lid off. Don't. We can't seem to do simple shit as minority men. We can't get simple shit done. So don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like,
time out. You're gonna release a lot of secrets tonight, and that ain't where we want to go with.
Ain't no secrets. I'm very disappointed in the community.
All right. So, yeah, that's all I'm releasing tonight. I'm not gonna talk. Let's move on from Pop Warner. Let's move.
You know I'm itching to go, Playboy. Let me at him.
Let's move on for the national. Hey, they got rid of the rule. Hopefully, you guys like it. If you don't like it,
was there any on the field changes with rules and any you know, every year they never seem to amaze me with some shit to make things harder.
I don't know. I think Nationals has a meeting at some point in like April or May, and
so there's
that's
no
what we'll find out. Nah, it was not that I know of that happened. Yeah. So all right, let's have this age-old argument, y'all. Everybody out there. I think whichever National League, Tito, grows the up and allows us to utilize electronics on the field will 100% get a step on the others. Stop with the it's just you football. Stop it. You got you football coaches taking over high schools, Tito. In droves, they're getting offers. Notice. You have some of our kids, Tito, going to the highest prep schools right from you football. All levels, all different. This is not league. This is not league specific. Got it happening, right? Going to high school and playing at elite levels as freshmen. Stop telling me or boxing these kids in because your mind can't think outside your little ass box. I don't understand it. And listen,
I don't think it's they don't want to.
That is money gives you the advantage. Every program with money got an advantage over other programs, Tito. I'm gonna just tell you right now.
I don't even think it's so much the money issue or none of that. I think
that's what
more of the problem is. I think more of the problem is what fields have how many people have the capacity to be having headphones. You know what I'm saying?
Again, that's irrelevant to you. To you as the rule maker, it's irrelevant. Tito, you and I can use the communication while standing on the sideline. I can stand at this 30, you can stand at that one. You know? Some coaches can't even own their own shoes, but we want to put an eye on the side. Okay, but so that like, see, it's arguments like that, bro, that drives me crazy. So let me get this right. Because we have bad coaches, don't allow electronics. That's crazy to me. I don't understand. There's bad coaches in high school, but they use electronics, Tito. Tito, you and I knew bad coaches. There's a a group of coaches, Tito. You told me that sucked. We're not going to say where they're from. They're all out now. Like, dude, there are bad coaches in high school. There's bad. You do not implement a rule because one, there may be bad people or there may be people that try to break a rule. Imagine not building a rule because people's going to try to break it. Hey, I'm not. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. I'm not going to do this rule because it's weird. People might try to break the rule, extend the rule, stretch the rule, and there's bad coaches. Or the other argument, I got to say this. Oh, Tito got more money than Phil. It gives Tito an unfair advantage. Get your money up. Tito get to buy footballs every week. Phil using old-ass footballs from week 1 in the playoffs. Tito, give me some footballs, bro. We're not equal. Tito get to give out gloves to his kids. Tito kids catch better. Tito got sticky gloves. My kids catching in the cold, Tito. They hands cold. They like this. Do you go across the field and give that team gloves? No. People with money have unfair advantages. The F7 light just came out. Teams with money are going to go buy the F7 light helmets. So the 8-year-old is going to be running with a 1-pound helmet, while the other team 8-year-olds is running with a 3-pound helmet. That is not equal because they got more money. Money will always give you an unfair advantage in life and sports and anything you do. Just swallow your pride, bro, and try to overcome it. That's all I can say. I think it's time to allow it. And here's why, Tito. If AYF, Pop Warner, and local leagues want to start saying we want, because they all claim the thought process, Tito, is that we're low-quality coaches in youth football. You could just come off the street selling drugs, come here, start messing with chicks, you can bag bras and you can do all of this stuff, and that's what youth football is for. That's the thought process of what we are as men in the youth football world. I ain't stupid. I know about it. It ain't me. But I ain't stupid and I know about it, right? That we off the block, we come here and we low quality, low frequency guys. But Tito, here's the truth. We are more closer to the game than any other level of football. We will shape the future of football in America, the youth football coaches. Why wouldn't I want Tito to learn how to use a headset? Why wouldn't I want Tito and Phil to learn how to work together on the headsets? Because the truth of the matter is, Tito, they're offering the new jobs to us. They're coming to the youth football community, at least in Connecticut, for jobs. They're trying to pick you off. They're going to be looking to pick off the Rodney Myers of the world and the Larrys, and they're going to be looking to pick dudes off to come coach with them. So why wouldn't you want to train the coaches to be better? If the national guys out there claim that they want youth football coaches to be better, why not educate them on learning how to use all of this technology? It'll make them better coaches. You know how many coaches sit in that booth and don't have a clue what they're doing? I personally don't need a voice from the top. When I get a rhythm, it's a rap regardless. Right, Nadeem said, no, use them. Right? I'm not mandating them. Right? That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying, Tito, you playing Hartford. We in Bell City. We at the high school. You got the booth open. I want to put one of my coaches up there. Cool. And if I don't, Tito, I don't. Cool. Coach from the sideline like this. Call your plays how you want. I'm not hating on it. All I'm saying is you should have the ability to do it. They do it in the spring, Tito. It seemed to be successful. Let me ask you something, Tito. You've been in spring football, so let me ask you this: have any team won a spring championship and went to the league and said, "I'm contesting because Tito had earpieces, I didn't, so he beat me."
They use them in the spring. I like the idea of having the ability to do it. I don't necessarily like. We probably wouldn't do it the way we communicate as a staff, but I'm not against it neither. I think the bigger problem is the people that don't have the capability to do it. That's why I think it's not a thing at youth, in my opinion. Well, because in high school, you used to, if you had it on one side, you had to have it on the other side. It would have to be something like that. If you are going to use it, you
mandate that. Mandate that the programs that's going to use them.
Because I've seen games get stopped at high school when one side shit goes down. They stop the game. Like, everybody got to stop using headsets for the even playing field. So I've seen that. I'm
not saying the rule has to be what I think. I think that's a good rule. Headsets are available. You can play with headsets. But if you have them in Hartford, you have to provide them for the other team that's coming or make them available. You know, like if you don't want to use them, like he said, don't use them. But they were available for you. They were available for you to use. You chose not to use them. That's on you. And if mind communication go down, then you got to take yours off. I'd be off of that. That makes sense to me. I don't see why a national youth football program haven't done it. And one of them gonna jump on it. And as always, Tito, others follow like freaking turtles. Here come the other ones. And then it's gonna be somebody, I don't know, that's gonna say, we should have done this a long time ago. We know, but we're doing it now. Rules say you got to provide the same vantage point for both teams, not that both teams.
That's what we're talking about.
I agree. I agree. I think I agree with that. I agree to each his own, but they should be provided as well. I think you should provide them. You know what I'm saying? I think teams should 100% have the ability to use this communication. I think this would help. Listen, the game we love, y'all, is tripling in speed, and the game is becoming faster, and the game is changing.
Yeah, look at the combine. Look at the combine. Look how many cats ran a 4.2 last week.
Right. And so if you think about how the game is evolving, we're not going to be able to keep boxing in the youth to, they're just kids. Tito, I heard this guy say something, and I'm going to say it. We're now at a place, I said this last time, we're now at a place in youth football where if you got a team of 30 kids, Tito, probably 7 or 8 kids got a videographer recording them. Paid.
Yeah. It ain't happening in my new program, but I know what you're saying.
You can't stop a videographer from getting paid by
they can't.
You may not let them on your bill, but you cannot stop them from paying. They're going to get paid, right? Now, you have a paid videographers for these kids. The game has changed. It's over. People trying to hinder these kids' success, parents and kids are taking this stuff into their own hands. Even if it's just 2 headsets per team, it isn't that expensive. I agree, Ray. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you and somebody else, you choose who listen to them. Don't matter. I just want to move the game forward so we're ahead of time. I'm tired of, number one, I guarantee you, at somewhere down south, youth football, they allow that to happen. I guarantee you. I ain't sure, but I'm like 90% sure somewhere down south, there's leagues in youth football that's allowing them to do all this crap, right? But I think this is small things, and this is, I'll be a visionary. The problem with a lot of these youth football guys and leagues or whatever, they don't be visionaries. They get content and they think about every issue they're going to run into. You can't do shit in life without problems, y'all. I think headsets would make the gap between the teams with good infrastructure and bad infrastructure even wider than it is. I don't see it as a money thing. I see it as a culture thing. The towns with more experienced coaching staffs will dominate more than they do now. Oh, well. Again, we don't not implement a rule because we don't want Tito to dominate more because he's a better coach than Phil. What type of – I ain't seeing you saying that, Bob. I agree with you, though, Bob. That's an interesting perspective. But, I mean, come on. If Tito and his offensive coordinator know how to work better in a headset than Phil and his offensive coordinator, and Tito was 30% better, but now you 60%, who fault is that? Again, but Bob, that's why we should start allowing it. Do you agree there should be videographers at youth football games? Of course, why not? It don't hurt me. I just think we should. I just think the youth football presidents should change the game. Like I just said, if you got 7 guys getting recorded and they're paying $200 a pop, that's $1,400 to some videographer. Why aren't the programs making money off this stuff? It's business. It's not personal. Every single youth program is the LLC. You want to get on my field? Pay me. This year, there will not be no videographers on my field that don't cut me a check. I don't care who I play. No president can't call me and say, oh, we come with our own videographer. No, you don't. The program can send me $100. If I'm playing Windsor and Windsor say, yo, she usually record my games, I'm going to say, cool, she can give me $1. Nobody's getting on my field. I'm sorry. It's business, though. I can't get a free video. I got to pay for it. And I respect that. I pay my money.
Bro, the venues don't be free neither. Like, it's not like people be letting us have these venues for free. The venues ain't free.
Bro, I just think that it's $1 billion business. And if everybody in the business is a business contract should be nothing wrong with that. That's hilarious. The day we lost the Tito, 6 of my guys had videos. It was 4 cameras around the coin toss. Because my guys out after that. Cuss my guys.
He's saying he had 6 guys. He's saying he has 6 videographers at his team. I believe that's what he's saying. 6 videographers there. 6
videographers on one. That's where the game is at. We allow headsets in youth football and UYFL New England. Then find better coaches.
Bro, how you kick Mike Dees off the field? You don't know who Mike Dees is, bro? You kicked him off your field in Hartford?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yo, he's boss is 11. You can't be kicking Mike Dees off the field. Bro, if I was there, I wouldn't let him do it, dog. I wouldn't have let him do it, dog.
He was there, by the way. He was there all this season.
I wasn't there.
He was there all season. That's kind of why we have 18 different leagues to play in, because people are tired of getting their asses kicked all the time. What's the remedy? Hey, no, Bob, what's the remedy, though?
Bob, I don't know. If you get in your
close,
that's a you problem, dog. That's a you problem, my guy. That's a you problem, dog.
Hey, we just talked. You disagree with me, Tito. I just told you there's 100% programs that go to places where they can win. Like East Hartford staying in the CTYFL. Let's call a spade a spade. They don't want to play over here. They know they can't win. Or they think they can't win. East Hartford got dogs. I know I got some of them. But they don't think, the certain ones don't think they can win. It's certain of them that's ready to jump. There's some of them that don't think they can win. 100%, because I've heard that out of the mouth. You kick me off your field. I don't know about that, Mike. I think Mike might be just saying that to be funny.
I'm just saying, bro.
But it's business. Like, honestly, if you're a videographer out there, I don't want to argue. I want to have a real conversation. Mike Dees, you up here. Let me ask you. Why do you feel you should be able to record 10 kids from Hartford at $200 a pop, make $2,000 on a day, the Hartford Hurricanes program get nothing, and you should be allowed to operate anywhere you want on my field? I want to understand from a
Bob,
business.
that's not what causes. See, I don't want to go. You finish what you saying. I'm gonna have to rip the
Pop
scab.
Warner,
I'm gonna have to rip the scab off this room. Go ahead. Finish with Mike. Finish with Mike.
Mike, no, Mike. I want you. He's the only videographer I see up here. I want to talk just business.
He ain't a videographer. He's a personality. He's a content creator. He ain't a videographer. He's a content creator.
Content creator. Even okay. If you're getting paid from parents in a program to come on a field and provide a service, I would like to know why the town that is allowing you to make your money don't get anything. And if they ask for something, you think they're disrespectful. That blows my mind in the world of business. And I have a couple LLCs. I do a couple business things, bro. It blows my mind that two business people in the same realm, one get to make money off the other, but if the other asks for any type of money, they are seen as gouging. You know why? It's because I push this sport to a place where nobody's willing to push it. That's all that it is. Nobody's willing to say what it is that I say, but talk to presidents. They agree. The mode should be changed. Phil Bryant should have changed the game in Connecticut forever. Any videographer that steps on your field, they should at least pay you something. They're making a lot of money off kids. We just said, Tito, what was it, $1 billion business or $4 billion?
Whatever. But I know I seen some dudes talking about $250 a video. I seen dudes talking about $250.
Oh no, you can't get a video less than $250.
Higher. Bro,
you can't get a video less than $250.
When Cass was rapping, Cass wasn't even paying that for beats. Like, it's wild, bro. It's wild. It's wild. And then here's the other problem with it again. Here's the other problem. Like how I be bombing on the trainers. These cats is getting that type of money with no professional background in that field of expertise. Anybody could just grab a camera now and I'm a videographer. Here's my price. Like it's problematic.
Home team equal house rules. Exactly. Kevin, you bring out your film camera. Boom. You could. That's the only cameras you could use for free is the film. No digital. $75 a game. Ray, that's all you charge? Inbox me your information, brother. I get it to my parents. I don't like them paying $200, $250 for nobody. I don't give a damn who they are. I'm here to save the community money. I'm serious. If you really do charge $75 a game, inbox me.
Yo, who said that? Inbox me too. Where he out of? UNCT? Where he out of?
UNCT, inbox me. We get you a lot of business. You still gonna have to pay to get on the Hurricanes field, though. But, you know,
inbox rules. Me too. I got some work for you right now. Holla at me, dog.
Hey, Mike, it is legal to actually film another team in the stands. In the stands, you can actually film anybody and Pop Warner. And Pop Warner, it is legal. Now listen, nobody knew this, but in Pop Warner, you're not even supposed to be allowed to record on the field. You have to get approval from National Pop Warner or approval from the regional director. We found that out last year, and teams and people had to submit a media form. So if you're trying to do Pop Warner, you better go to your local town and ask them for the media form. But just because they approve your media form, they approve you to do Pop Warner games, does not get you approved to get into the big house. Maybe Bell City going to allow you on the field, but at the big house, you're not allowed. You are allowed for right, but if the price is right.
They getting $250 a video. You need 3 bills to get inside the door over here.
I just don't understand why that's so controversial. Like, why are business people getting mad at business?
I'm with you.
I don't make no free money off of nobody. Everything I do, I pay people and I pay well. I've never owed nobody money. I've never had nobody. I don't owe nobody money. I never do nobody dirty in business. No, nothing. And so I just get, I become dumbfounded when business people get mad when I ask them to do business. And not even ask. I'm somewhat forcing you to do business if you're going to do business with Hartford at the Hartford Hurricanes field. If not, you have every right to shoot from outside the gate. You do. But I don't. I think every program should be doing this. I do. We should be making money off of our kids to help them. We make money off our kids to help our kids.
Who's that, Lucas?
The videographer is providing the service to the parent. That's helping them promote their kids. It's helping them. But no videographer should leave the Bell City Field in Bristol with 1,500 and not do nothing. It gives nothing back to the program that just allowed them to walk around and make that money. That's not how we got to operate. We all got to be better if we think that. Just my opinion, Tito. But I'll let you wrap that up.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was going to get at what Bob was talking about.
So let's talk about what Bob. Wait. It's just like the food truck pulling up on your game. I see nothing wrong with telling them to leave. Right. I can't, why can't I pull up at the food truck and say, yo, I'm only feeding the kids? Why you getting mad? Like, you can't put no food truck up or do concessions at somebody else's field, but I should be able to get on your field, make money off your kids and leave. Fellas, we got to do better if we think that. I'm just being serious. All right, Tito, back to Bob. He said, I'm still in Pop Warner. I don't like the running away stuff. I'm just trying to explain what caused it.
That's not what caused it. What caused the breakup of the leagues is two things. The first factor is, like I said, a lot of those programs are aligned with their high school. The second one is clear cut. Those suburban communities, for the most part, because if you look at those leagues, it's pretty much suburban towns that live there. They've made a clear statement that they just don't want to play with our kids, bro. That's just what it is. That's CT for you in a nutshell. It's always been around us. We've always been here. We just accept racism in Connecticut because the way it's structured. And trust me, it's all by design. Because you could go to certain towns. I use Hartford example, where you got one end of town is predominantly African American, the other side of town is predominantly Hispanic. You look at Middletown, everything on this side of 66 is the black community. Anything to the left of 66 is the Italian community. That wasn't by mistake, my brother. Those things have happened here, and we're just so used to it in Connecticut that we tolerate it. That's the straight up truth about it. And that's just like, let's not act like it's by mistake why this happened or what caused it. What caused it, we know what caused it. I've been around for when it broke up because we were all in one league at one point, and everybody played each other until.
I heard, and I wasn't back in 2004, but I heard as long as the big cities couldn't get their ish together and was getting their butt whooped, it was okay.
It was good. It was good.
And then as soon as that tide started to turn, that's when the tide started.
It was a problem. It was a problem. Basically, it started with people not wanting to play PAL. Like that's where it started way back then. That was the original breakup of the 30-team Central Connecticut League. Everybody basically, very few people, I was there in real time, so I could tell you how it happened.
It was really good back then, too. Newington was a powerhouse, too.
Right. They were good until they weren't, but they had a ton of New Britain kids too. That's why they were very, yeah.
100%.
So that's that.
So
if people want to get into these historical conversations with me about this, like I've been involved with the original Central Connecticut Pop Warner since 1989 as a player. And then when I got into coaching, I could tell you the last 40 years of the history of what has happened here in Connecticut as far as Pop Warner is concerned.
Educate me. I got some questions. You said we accept the racism here. Explain that comment.
I'm talking about holistically, like
no. I'm
talking about I'm not just talking about the football. I'm just talking about the way things are, bro. Like we're so used to it that we don't acknowledge it. Me and you've talked about this before. We're just so used to the way things are. We don't acknowledge it. Like when you go other places, like when I go to Florida, everybody messes with each other. Like we think that the South is racist. It's kind of reversed, bro. We're just so used to it happening to us here, we can't see past it. Like it's weird.
I will say this: if we can't recognize that youth football is in New England is one of the most segregated places, at least in my experience right now. Don't tell me segregation don't exist. Look at the towns and leagues and everything that we just told you. Segregation 100% exists. Do not come to me and say, but they got black presidents over there, black kids over there. Nothing is all black or all white. We're integrated. We should be integrated. We have to learn how to live together. We should learn how to live together. And
again. But look how that goes even when we live together. Like in certain places, like in New Britain, the blacks and Puerto Ricans are forced to live with each other. There's no side of town here. All the side of towns are the same way. You understand what I'm saying? But if you go to Hartford, I could point out where there's a direct line of demarcation. You go to Middletown, there's a line of demarcation. You go to New London to an extent, there's like New Britain. You're forced to live with each other unless when you get near the shore over there where it gets exclusively a different way. Like it exists here. We're just so used to it that we don't.
Connecticut is one of the most segregated states in the country due to its zoning laws. Don't get me going on racism in West Texas. We had a huge issue last week.
Well, we don't know about Texas, my brother.
I don't know about Texas, but tell me the issue. I'm always interested in these issues. I bring them up in my PhD classes when it relates to what we learn. And that's all. I'm an educator, so I like that stuff. But privately or publicly, I don't care. Post it if you want. But yeah, it's funny. We are segregated in youth football, but we don't recognize that we're segregated. In fact, Tito, nobody can't say we're up here talking about racism because you and I have held our community to the freaking fire on. We somewhat agree with why some of these teams don't want to play us because of our actions. We've already had that discussion. There's another discussion, Tito, that you and I have not had. And the truth is, we have individuals in our community that claim they do not like the segregation. They don't want it. You're muted, by the way. We have people in our community that claim they don't like segregation. They don't like it. They don't like none of that. But they will not be around anybody of color or be under anybody of color. But they will go under anybody else that's not of color. So we have we have dynamics in which some people don't want to work with people of color, but claim.
Well, we can't work. Well, you know, I was trying to avoid this conversation. We can't work. We can't figure out simple shit. Again, we can't figure out simple shit. We are incapable of doing simple.
Don't blow it. I know what you about to blow. Don't blurt it out. Don't blurt it out. Right? What Tito's talking about is us working together. We have had over the last 2 or 3 weeks some instances in which we were trying to work together, and it did not seem like we know how to work together for the greater good of our communities, the kids, and the people. It's an incident, right? And that's what we're talking about. I don't want to bring the incident up. It's irrelevant. It's over. We've all moved on. Tito, last words for you. I'm going upstairs.
Well, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Good podcast. I'm glad we was back, get back on track. We'll try to get more consistent when things start happening here. It's a slow off season. Everybody, you know, been a rough, long winter. I'm hoping everybody.
Wait. I gotta let me shout out somebody. Let me make sure I shout somebody out. Hold on, Tito. Because I was asked to shout. Let me shout that out real quick. Hold on. Let me shout out a team that went out to text. Inbox me real quick the info so it pops up. So I if I'm not mistaken, Southern New England County Mutiny, Tito, went out to Texas. They went out to Texas, Tito, and they played youth football and they slapped Texas around. They slapped Texas around out there for a couple games, and I want to be clear about what it is. I had the info. I was supposed to speak on it last week. I didn't get a chance. But Tito, I got a correction that was sent to me. The 6 teams that's in Blackstone is not Woonsocket, it's Darlington.
Darlington.
Socket left. Yeah.
All right, bro. I gotta check out, bro. I gotta get my keys real quick.
All right, we out. It's your boy PH the Prez, Mr. Above 140. I am going upstairs. Y'all have a great night.
Good night. It's your boy Coach Correa, the General. Bell City Broncos, 860 Army. Peace to the gods.
We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy Coach Correa, the General. 860 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
when certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
Clear. I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No,
Never.
that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.